A Nintendo system without a Mario game is very much like a pizza without the crust. It's not even a pizza anymore, just a pile of melted cheese and tomato sauce. But, can you have a Mario game without the involvement of Shigeru Miyamoto? Now, there were a couple of games released for Game Boy that used his characters, but he didn't have any direct involvement with, such as Link's Awakening and the two Mario Land titles. The first of which I'm about to review. Now, I never actually had it for the original Game Boy, but it was available for the 3DS Virtual Console, and it's now available on the Switch's online program. The story is that Mario travels to the kingdom of Sarasaland to rescue Princess Daisy from an alien called Tatanga, not to be confused with the girl from Boy Meets World. Rescuing another princess? Cheating on Peach? Well, I'm disappointed, but not surprised. Because every single British soap opera character does it! There are 4 worlds in the game, each consisting of 3 stages. We start our tour of Sarasaland in the Egyptian-inspired region Piraputa. If he's anything like me, Mario likely arrived here because he heard it mistranslated as Beerabuta, and believed it to be a land full of outstanding beer, like Belgium. The graphics are very simplistic. Mario looks pretty much the same as he does in the original Super Mario Bros. Since the Game Boy couldn't use colour, they instead used more elaborate stage assets to make each level stand apart, and in all honesty, it works well. All 4 worlds in this game look distinct from each other, which is more than can be said about the original Super Mario Bros. Seriously, can you tell me what stage in the game this footage is from without looking at the stage number? The music is really good too. The Stage 1 theme is guaranteed to take you to your happy place. It's a platonic ideal of Stage 1 music. It evokes a nice easy time, just a typical afternoon stroll through the desert with cheerful music in the background. It really makes you forget about the heat and the dehydration. Now, something unique to Mario Land is that there are actually 2 exits. If you have the skill to get to the top exit, you get to play a bonus game with a prize every time. It's a good way to stock up on extra lives, or get a power-up to help with the next stage. Speaking of which, the Fire Flower has been replaced with a super bouncy ball that ricochets all over the place. Now, use this sparingly because you can only have 1 ball on screen at a time, and you can't shoot another one until the first one disappears. Speaking of power-ups, the Invisibility Star is here, but this time with public domain music. Star can be a raving madman with his star he can, he's a flashing man, da. Star can be a raving madman with his star he can, he's a doodle fan, da. The 3rd stage of this world sees us inside the pyramid, complete with eerie music. I feel as if I'm trespassing into the tomb of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh.
Your presence here intrigues me.
This part has blocks falling from the ceiling, though if you're playing on the Game Boy Color you can easily identify them. The boss of this level is the Sphinx. It makes this weird sound when you hit it. Well, the Sphinx is part cat. Maybe it's supposed to be a meowing sound, like my cat when she's ordering me to open the door. Like with Bowser, there are 2 ways to beat the boss. Throw the Super Ball at him, or get past him and hit a button that just blows him up. I wonder where Tatanga made his minion's self-destruct switch so easy to get to. Oh well, who cares, the Git's dead anyway. So now we meet the lovely princess, ready to receive our hero's reward. Only to find out we've been catfished. Is this what they mean when they call a girl Fly? World 2 is a set of islands. I used to think they were the White Cliffs of Dover. Then again, it's on Game Boy, they've only got like 2 colours to choose from. While we're at it, I need to address another key difference from the original Mario. In Super Mario Bros., when you hit the Koopas, they turn into a weapon that slides along the ground, destroying everything in its path. You know what the turtles in this game turn into?
Bombs.
In this game, they explode when you jump on them. They are a bit of a beginner's trap if you're used to the original NES game. The 3rd level of World 2 brings about the biggest change to the gameplay. Vehicle sections. We're a Gradius-style shooting game now. There's 2 of these stages in the game. In this one, Mario becomes the Aquanaut of a submarine with infinite torpedoes. Although you can only have 3 torpedoes on screen at a time, very much like Mega Man's arm cannon. Shooting enemies and destroying walls to the background sound of a fast-paced remix of the original Super Mario Bros. Theme. The boss is a giant seahorse that shoots energy blast, like Kingdra from Pokemon. I dodge his projectiles, keep firing, and then I had to pause because I got a phone call from a scam artist claiming that he was from my bank.
You interrupt the greatest, most significant maritime engagement in the history of Sarasaland just to try and swindle money out of me? The most important naval battle since Ariel and Princess Jasmine argued over who has the sexiest midriff?
Finally, I take him down. A great day, comrades. Today we sail into history, and into the arms of the voluptuous Princess Daisy. Only to be catfished by an octopus. Don't you have an anime girl to go and grope with those tentacles? World 3, Easter Island. Funnily enough, they reuse the same music as World 1. That's odd. The other worlds each have their own theme music, so what happened here? Slight raise in difficulty in this level. Some of the Easter Island heads have grown limbs and are going for a jog in which they trample everything in their path. They're the sort of irresponsible joggers that don't even stop to look before crossing the road. By the way, if you do this in real life when you go for a jog, just remember, if you get hit by a car, it's your own fault. This level also introduces the rolling rock, boulders that you have to ride on to get past spikes. I'm not particularly fond of these segments. It turns into an auto-scroller and you have to wait rather than let the player set the pace of the game. But I suppose it could be worse. I mean, unlike a boss, at least it doesn't keep stopping to let other people on and off. Stage 2 of World 3 is inside a cave, which reuses the pyramid theme from World 1. Now, I want you to know I have nothing against the song, but it's just so quintessentially Egyptian that it just sounds out of place in a cave on Easter Island. It uses music again in Stage 3, which is outside in the fresh air. The boss in this world is a giant tiki head with limbs that throws rocks at you. This may or may not have been the inspiration for the Pokemon Golem. A fearsome opponent to be sure, but it's not the first time Mario's dealt with a big bastard with no brain throwing things at him. A couple of well-placed jumps, I hit the detonator and smash him into a pile of pebbles. We go to embrace the sexy princess, only to find out that this woman is a spider. Though if it was this Spider Woman, I wouldn't complain. And now we're in the final world, based on ancient China, and the new enemy introduced here is Tome? It takes a bit more skill to get past these kung fu crazies. They're agile and they take several shots of the Super Ball to take them down, so I usually just run to get past them. Even jumping on their heads only stuns them for a minute. Then again, with all the head trauma Akane puts Rama through, he's probably immune to it by now. This level has a lot of narrow corridors with piranha plants. It's a good place for the Super Ball, since there's less space for it to miss in. Now we're up to 4-2. Like England's score against Germany in 1966. Anyone? Other than Sid the Sexist?
4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2, 4-2.
But anyway, this is where you really run the gauntlet. Platforms moving across lava, moving fireballs, all the staples of Bowser's Castle in the NES games. But I managed to navigate all the traps, and now it's the final level. Another shooting stage, which sees magnificent Mario in his flying machine. Turns out even flying a stunt plane was something he did before Sonic the Hedgehog ran with it. Enemies in this level are naturally other planes and very aggressive pigeons. We navigate through a narrow corridor, like the trench of the Death Star, and make it to the boss, a cloud that shoots pigeons at you. So, stop the pigeons, 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 how? Shoot them, blast them, zap them, scrag them, stop those pigeons, now! After you burst the cloud, it's the final battle against Tatanga. He attacks with a large shot that splits into 3 and blocks your bullets. The shots can be destroyed, but you have to be careful. Tatanga has a lot of hit points, whereas if you get hit, you turn into the Red Baron, likely to get shot down by a single bullet. And when you die, you start in the last part of the level. You have to navigate the traps and fight the cloud all over again. Now, this isn't hard, it's just frustrating that it takes up your time. When you lose to the final boss, you want to try again right away, but you have some rings to fly through before it'll let you do that. But with perseverance and learning the direction of the bullets, I finally managed to take down the alien menace, and at long last we rescue Princess Daisy. For real this time, as evidenced by the different dialogue. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer do. The game ends as we hop into a jet plane, hopefully piloted by a toad, so me and Daisy can go join the Mile High Club. Wait a minute, if this rocket plane was just a few steps away, why didn't Daisy just use it to escape? After the credits roll, it's back to the title screen, but you might notice that Mario's head is now the select icon. This means that we've unlocked Hard Mode. The same game, but with more enemies and more challenge. If you manage to beat it, you unlock a level select. Manage to get an actual reward for beating the game, even if it's not going to save when you turn the game off. Then again, it is pretty short and easy. First time players can beat it in around 40 minutes, even half an hour when you get good at it. Overall, I'd give the game a 6 out of 10. It doesn't have as much to offer as, say, Mario Land 2, but for its time, this is actually a really good Mario game. It's a very short and easy title that you can beat in about the time it takes to take the train from Wigan to Blackpool, so it's definitely worth checking out if you can get it on the cheap. Although Mario's going to have a lot of explaining to do when he gets back to the Mushroom Kingdom and Peach finds out about his little misadventures with Daisy. Maybe you could just say they were on a break.